Welcome to Daily English Room. Today's topic is food. What's your favorite food?
My favorite is pastilla, especially the way my grandmother makes it. It's a delicate pastry filled with spiced chicken, almonds, and eggs, then dusted with cinnamon and sugar. The combination of sweet and savory flavors is simply perfect.
Have you always liked the same food?
When I was younger, I didn't appreciate the complex flavors in traditional Moroccan dishes. I preferred simpler foods. Now I love the layers of spices and especially the mix of sweet and savory that I used to avoid. Being a mother has also changed my food choices.
Is there any food you dislike?
I can't enjoy oysters, even though they're considered a delicacy. Something about the texture doesn't work for me. I've tried them several times because my husband loves them, but I just can't develop a taste for them.
What do you think of fast food?
I see it as an occasional treat for my children, not everyday food. In Morocco, our traditional street food is actually faster and healthier than international fast food chains. I prefer getting a quick sandwich from local vendors who use fresh ingredients.
Do you prefer spicy food? Why or why not?
We use a lot of spices in Moroccan cooking, but they're more aromatic than hot. I enjoy mild to medium spicy food, especially harissa in small amounts. My children are still getting used to spices, so I cook with different levels of heat.
What's your go-to recipe when cooking for friends?
My vegetable tagine never fails to please guests. It's colorful with carrots, pumpkin, and zucchini, and the spice blend is aromatic but not too strong. I serve it with homemade bread, and everyone always asks for the recipe.
How do you like to celebrate special occasions with food?
For Eid, I prepare a feast with traditional pastries and a large lamb tagine. The whole family helps with cooking, and we invite neighbors to share the meal. I love how food brings everyone together during celebrations.
What's your favorite comfort food when you're feeling tired or stressed?
For me, it has to be my mother's couscous with 7 vegetables. It's a traditional Friday dish in Morocco, but I make it whenever I'm feeling homesick or tired. The warm, fragrant spices and tender vegetables always lift my spirits, especially after a long day of teaching.
Do you enjoy cooking? What's the easiest dish you can make?
Yes, I love cooking. The easiest dish I make is shakshuka, eggs poached in tomato sauce with peppers and spices. It's quick to prepare and my children love it for breakfast. I usually serve it with fresh bread to soak up the sauce.
What's a popular food trend in your country right now?
Recently in Fes, there's been a trend of fusion pastries combining traditional Moroccan flavors with French techniques. People are making macarons with orange blossom water and baklava-flavored croissants. It's really interesting to see these combinations.
Have you ever tried food from another country that surprised you? What was it?
When I first tried Japanese sushi, I was really nervous about eating raw fish. But I was amazed by how fresh and clean it tasted. The wasabi was quite shocking, much stronger than I expected. But now I really enjoy it, especially salmon nigiri.
When you go to a restaurant, what type of food do you usually order?
Since I cook Moroccan food at home all the time, I usually try international cuisines when eating out. I love trying Mediterranean restaurants, especially Greek food. I usually order vegetarian dishes because they often have interesting combinations of vegetables and spices.
What's a traditional celebration food from your culture?
For Eid al-Fitr, we always prepare pastilla, which is a sweet and savory pie made with layers of thin pastry, filled with chicken, almonds, and spices, then dusted with powdered sugar and cinnamon. It's time-consuming to make but worth the effort.
How has your taste in food changed over the years?
Since becoming a mother, I've become much more interested in healthy cooking. I used to love very sweet pastries, but now I prefer less sugar and more natural flavors. I've also started experimenting with different grains like quinoa and bulgur, which I never ate growing up.
What's your favorite snack to eat while working or studying?
I love snacking on mixed dried fruits and nuts, especially dates and almonds. It's a very Moroccan thing to have these around. When I'm preparing lessons, I often make myself mint tea and have it with some homemade cookies. It's very comforting.
If you could only eat 3 dishes for the rest of your life, what would they be?
First, tagine with lamb and prunes, it's my comfort food. Second, couscous with 7 vegetables because it's healthy and delicious. And finally, fresh fish chermoula, because it brings back memories of coastal holidays with my family.
What's the most difficult dish you've ever tried to cook?
Last Ramadan, I attempted to make warka, which is our traditional paper-thin pastry dough. It's used in many Moroccan dishes. You have to spread the dough so thinly on a hot surface. I tried for hours but couldn't get it right. My mother makes it look so easy.
How do you like to start your day? What's your typical breakfast?
Our breakfast is usually pretty hearty. I make pancakes with honey and butter, or sometimes bagrier, thousand whole crepes. We always have mint tea, and I serve olives and olive oil with fresh bread. My kids love when I make eggs with clea, preserved meat.
What food do you miss most when you travel?
When I travel, I desperately miss my homemade bread. There's something special about Moroccan bread that you can't find anywhere else. I also miss my mother's Friday couscous. It's not just the taste, but the whole family tradition around it.
What's your favorite dessert?
I love making and eating Kab el Ghazal, which means gazelle horns. They're crescent-shaped cookies filled with almond paste and flavored with orange blossom water. They're not too sweet, and they're perfect with mint tea. My grandmother taught me how to make them.
What food traditions do you have in your family?
Every Friday, we have a big family lunch with couscous. It's more than just food, it's family time. Everyone helps prepare the vegetables and meat. We also have a tradition of making special pastries together before religious festivals.
What's a popular street food in your city?
In Fes, you must try sfenj. They're like donuts but with a different texture. Street vendors make them fresh in the morning and afternoon. People love having them with hot mint tea. During Ramadan, there are long queues for fresh sfenj.
How do you usually plan your meals for the week?
With 2 children, I have to be well organized. I plan our meals around my kids' school schedule. I do my shopping at the local market twice a week for fresh ingredients. I always cook extra for dinner so my husband can take leftovers for lunch.
What's your opinion about food delivery apps? Do you use them often?
Food delivery is getting popular in FEs, but I prefer cooking at home. I only use delivery apps when I'm too busy with teaching or when we want to treat ourselves to pizza. The kids get excited when they hear the delivery motorcycle coming.
What's a common food myth or superstition in your culture?
Many people here believe that you should never pass salt directly from hand to hand, it brings bad luck. Instead, you should put it down on the table first. We also say that spilling olive oil brings good fortune.
How has the pandemic changed your eating habits?
The pandemic made our family meals even more important. We started baking bread together regularly, and my children learned to help in the kitchen. I also began recording my mother's traditional recipes by video call, something I wish I'd done earlier.
What's your favorite kitchen tool or appliance?
My tagine pot is my favorite. It's made of clay and creates the perfect environment for slow-cooking meat and vegetables. The cone-shaped lid returns all the moisture to the food. It was a wedding gift from my mother and makes every dish taste special.
What's the most interesting thing you've learned about food recently?
I've been learning about food preservation techniques. My neighbor taught me how to make preserved lemons the traditional way. It's fascinating how the salt completely transforms the lemons over time. Now I'm experimenting with preserving other fruits.
Do you think diet is important? Why?
Yes, especially since becoming a mother. I believe diet affects not just our physical health but our mood too. I've noticed how different foods affect my children's energy and concentration at school. That's why I try to cook balanced meals using fresh ingredients.
What is a balanced diet in your opinion?
For me, a balanced diet means including all food groups but in the right proportions. I try to serve vegetables, whole grains like couscous, and proteins at every meal. It's also important to include healthy fats like olive oil and nuts.
What is the typical diet of people in your country?
Moroccan diet centers around tagines, couscous, and bread. We eat lots of vegetables, legumes, and olive oil. Meat isn't eaten at every meal. Lunch is our main meal, and we always have fresh fruit for dessert. Mint tea accompanies everything.
Do many people eat in restaurants in your country?
In Morocco, people prefer home-cooked meals for daily eating. Restaurants are mainly for special occasions or tourists. However, street food is popular, especially for breakfast and snacks. Young people in cities are starting to eat out more often.
Why do some people enjoy eating out?
People enjoy eating out because it's a break from routine. As a mother who cooks daily, I appreciate not having to plan, cook, and clean up sometimes. It's also a way to try different cuisines that we don't usually cook at home.
What's the difference between restaurant food and home-cooked food?
Home-cooked food has more love and personal attention. Restaurant tagines are good, but they can't match the slow-cooked care of home cooking. However, restaurants often have better presentation and can make more elaborate versions of traditional dishes.
What food trends do you think are overrated?
The trend of deconstructed traditional dishes bothers me. When I see someone serve couscous components separately for presentation, it loses its soul. Also, adding charcoal to everything for black color, it doesn't add any taste.
How do you feel about food waste?
Food waste is a serious issue. In Morocco, we have traditions of preserving food and sharing with neighbors. I teach my children to take only what they can eat, and we compost vegetable scraps for our small garden.
How has social media influenced your food choices?
Social media has helped me find modern twists on traditional Moroccan recipes. I follow other moms who share quick, healthy meal ideas. It's also nice to see how people from other countries interpret our traditional dishes.
That's all for today's daily English room conversation practice. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. See you next time.